Hello and welcome back to the channel. Got my cup of tea. Before we start, I want to discuss the first video I released. I used a teleprompter with a script. I didn't really enjoy it. I felt when I played it back, it felt a bit forced. Didn't feel very natural. So I'm just going to wing it, flying by the seat of my pants. Excuse my squeaky chair. I need to get a new chair or do something with it. But so with this channel, I wanted to discuss a few different things. I've got an outlay, an overlay of what I want to talk about. Episode 2, planning and design. So I want to talk about the pedal board I've chosen and the signal routing first of all. So I've chosen the pedal board. I've got one second hand. This Tortec one. Now I chose this for me to fit my devices on. So obviously, if you want to customize this to follow the actual principle for your pedal board, you need to work out what you're going to put on your board. Now, it's a really good app for the iPhone called Pedalboard, and it gives you an overview, and you can choose the size of your pedal board, a custom one, or you can choose a pre-made one from like a company, say like Rocktech or is it Rocktech? Oh yeah, Rockboard, Warwick Rockboard. Or lots of different other companies, and you can choose one of their pedal boards or put your own custom size in, and then you can actually add pedals. And if you haven't got the pedal of your choice, you can make a custom pedal yourself and name it and with the correct sizing. And it's quite cool. It's a little bit quirky. It's a little bit glitchy in a couple of things when you try to type the sizes in, but it allows you to actually move things around and see if they're going to fit on your board. So I use this to choose this board. I got the measurements off the person I was buying it off eBay first, and they sent me the measurements so I could actually have a look. So this is a Tortec, comes in a real nice padded bag. So this is the board I've chosen. It's got a couple of bits of tape left on it. Now I will be honest, before I started these videos I got excited when I received this board, and I started to hack into it a little bit beforehand. So I've actually cut a square out here for a power socket. It's going to go in there, and I've started to cut out the back here with a cheap Dremel copy tool, you know, one of those like precision drill things with a rubbish grinding wheel. I've ordered some new grinding wheels now, so I'm going to tidy this up. It's all going to be really nice and tidy. So here's the thing, don't rush this. Make sure you plan it properly, because I've actually cut out more than really what I wanted to. Now I could have done with actually cutting out just probably 3/4 of this and leaving a bit more metal for the devices I'm going to attach. So what I'm going to do instead now is cut a big open space and put a plate in there, either of metal or of like hard plastic, which I can actually put the components onto. So this is the board. It's aluminium, which it's fairly light. As we go through the build, we'll talk about the parts I'm going to change on it, like the feet, how I'm going to do that. And obviously I'm probably going to paint it at the end or do something with it, sand it, might rub it down and then repaint it. But that's the board I'm going to be using. So it fits my Velton GP200 on. It's going to fit on a few of my pedals, my M-Wave Chocolate little Bluetooth MIDI pedal, which I use as well. So it's going to do all those things. So some of the parts I'm going to be using, I'll show you the unboxing video first. Okay, so we have a package arrived. AliExpress package. Just covered over my address. I've got no idea what this is. I've not looked on my emails or messages to see what it is, so using me a Swiss Army knife. Let's open up and let's see what parts we've got here. Okay, let's have a look at this first. Okay, this is a very important part. This is the send and receive boxes, the breakout boxes for the RJ45. So we have an RJ45 port there, and your 4 XLR males there, and your RJ45, and your 4 XLR females. Yeah. So one of those will go behind by the mixer and convert back, and one of these will be actually on the board itself. We're going to open these up at some point to have a look, see what circuits are actually on side, see how they're actually made, what the components are. But they're solid aluminium, really well made. Seem to be really rugged, and yeah, I like how they've got the colours and everything, identification on the side for your pin orders. It's excellent. They are, yeah, really impressed. I especially like the pin orders, because sometimes if you buy a different make box, sometimes you use different colours for different XLR pins. So having that is excellent as a reference guide. I think you can even write on what they are. Actually, there's a little thing there to write on them. I think tiny. If you had a little tiny marker pen. So that's those. Really, really pleased with those. Excellent. So what we've got next? Allen key. I like to buy these individually because I didn't have them all different one place. But so that is an XLR female, but it's a sideways connector, so it's going to be so it can fit in really nice and neatly under the board, and not the cables going out that way. It can come out the side of it. So that's really going to be really nice and neat. Look, yeah. Let's have a look at the quality of that. It's nice and solid. Yeah, engages really nicely. It's solid. Yeah, again, solid aluminium. It comes with it's a solder one, so you have to take them out to remove this. We'll have a look in them in detail in another video. It comes with an Allen key to actually tighten it, to lock the top body on the side you want it. So it can go left, right, up, and it can go anywhere, like 360 for the outlet for your cable. So that's really, really clever. And it comes with its Allen key as well. Very impressed. Looking forward to that. You soldering that up. So what we've got here. The Ziploc bag. Excellent. Okay, so it was cheaper to buy a complete fly lead than it was to actually just buy the connector by itself. Amazing. Oh, it's got a little grounding solder point, so if you want to ground it to the board, that's cool. So these are actually going to be going on the So these are going to be going in the board themselves, in the back of the board, and they'll be coming through and plugging into here. So these probably won't be long enough, so we're going to have to cut these down, maybe even remove these. Well, I want to put these onto an angled one anyway, so that we're going on an angle and may be able to just reach. It might be just right actually. So actually it's going to be about there, but that's the planning process of the board of where these are going to go. There's 2 females at the back of the board and 2 males to go into there. Excellent. Yeah, again, aluminium, nice and solid, nice quality cable. Yeah, and we've got another. Oh, don't need the knife for this one. Aha! Okay, here's the rest of them. Allen key again. Oh, a smaller Allen key with these. So these are the XLR males. There's the females, the one I had before, and that's the male. So I've got 4 males, and they are all to go. There we go. That's all them ones together. Self-explanatory. They're going to go in the breakout box this side. Nice and solid. Yet again, all aluminium. Smaller Allen key, but a bit more delicate Allen key to actually lock them into place. They look nice quality. Obviously, proof's in the pudding when we test it. And we've got this last one here. So cut straight. Ah, this is just a microphone head I bought to test it out. See what it's like. The Senesai. It's a bit like a. It's a bit of a copy of a. What's called a Shure. So, but the company's called Senesai. So I'm glad they got their own branding on. I like that. So, yeah. But that's cool. Give that a test out because I've got a wireless mic it's going to go on to give that a test. Oh, got one more as well. Nearly missed that one. Ah, and that's another. That's the same again. Identical. Different company I ordered them from because one company only had one. I was trying to keep the cost down. That's got the Allen key yet again. So that's handy. Yeah, it feels really solid. Really well made. Yeah, all gold connectors inside. Yeah, it seemed great. Crazy for the money. So I think that is that box. We've got a lot of stuff there. So all together, to go for the back, to go to there, got those 4, put them all together, and we've got 2, and we've got another 2 to arrive then from another company. And the Allen keys on the mic head. So that's our little AliExpress bundle that's come today. And do you know what? I only ordered it about a week ago. I thought it was going to be a lot longer. So I'm really impressed with that. Yeah. Can't wait to actually start putting these in the board. So let's wait for that video. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing video. And so we have some of the devices here. This is the 4-channel audio DMX over network cable extender. Quite a long name, but it's quite simple. You can see here, ignore this metal bit for now. So that's like a network cable input, just like you have on the back of your router at home. This has got obviously this tab here, which means the actual RJ45, which is, I've got one, a new one here, is actually in like an XLR holder. And so it's a Nutric connector. So when this actually fits in, it actually clicks in solid, that cannot be pulled out. It's a very robust. It's a commercial way of doing things to do for audio cable runs. So that's one side. And here's the other side. You've got the male and the female. One's going to go on the board. One's going to go behind the PA, the mixer. Obviously, I've got these XLR jacks. I'll put them in here for now so I don't lose them. So you can see how the cable can run from the board, from the pedal board at the front. The one cable can run to this at the back, that converts it back into XLRs, into the mixer. When I say convert, always remember there's no digital conversion on here. It's just a pure audio signal just being rerouted inside into the cable. So how does it work? Well, RJ45 cable, the network cable you have, this is an extremely robust one, a thick one, a studio grade. This is from Thomann. Excellent quality, really reasonably priced as well. Best price I could get for the quality I could find. So this carries 4 pairs. So that means you can have 4 channels of audio running through this, which enables you to take 4 signals, independent signals, from where you're playing and run it to the back. That's it in principle. Okay, so I'm also going to be running this under my board, which is a passive, so there's no power needed for this, DI box. So what does this do? Well, if you've never heard of a DI box before, say if you've got an acoustic guitar and it's got a pickup on it, you plug your audio cable in. That's an unbalanced signal. This converts an ordinary audio signal, say from your acoustic guitar, your jack plug, it goes into here, and it converts it into a balanced signal, the kind of signal that's coming out of a microphone with an XLR. So if you want to look into what unbalanced and balance is, I suggest you just go down that rabbit hole and have a look at some information that's available for that, to explain it if you've don't know much about that. But it just enables me to take an XLR from my acoustic. It converts it from a jack plug into an XLR, and with a nice signal, clean signal going into the breakout box. As I've shown in unboxing videos, these are the XLR plugs I'm going to be using. They're angled. It just means I can actually route things a lot neater underneath the pedal board. It means the cable runs can actually be nice and neat, and it's not going to take up as much room. You haven't got like a cable sticking out this far and then trying to bend it round so this be nice and evenly routed. Okay, the other thing I shown you on the video, on the unboxing video, is these cables here with this female socket on. So these are going to go actually on the board. They're going to be drilled in, a hole drilled in, and these are going to be going. So you can imagine they're going to go into the board like so. And that means that the microphone lead from the microphone stand, which is going to be in front, cable can run. It's just a short cable from the microphone and plug it into this box here, into this socket here, which then this cable will run underneath, will plug into the breakout box, which is here. And that will plug in like so. This kind of scenario. Obviously a lot neater, a lot tidier, and it'll be put in properly, but it just means I can plug the microphone in on a short lead into this, ready for the connection. So it's keeping it nice and neat. Don't let my tea go cold. So the next thing I want to talk about is power. How am I going to power? The next thing I want to talk about is power. How am I going to power all my devices? I don't want lots of power cables running on, like what they call wall warts, power supplies and things sticking out. So I'm going to be using the ISO 10 AC Pro from Harley Benton. It's really, really good quality. It allows 10 independent, clean, isolated power points, power outlets. It has switchable voltage on several of them. It has high amp outs on a few of the signals. So if you don't know how amps and voltages really work, I suggest you just do a little bit of research yourself. So I can't go into it details. But basically, to power my Veilton, the power it requires, it needs 2 of these sockets. It needs 1 amp of power, 1000 milliamps. I have 2 of these at 500 milliamps. So I can combine these into one cable, and it will take it out at 9 volts, the same voltage. That will give me 1 amp, 1000 milliamps. It will combine the ampage. If I daisy chained them, if I linked one and then into another and then into a cable, so it's like what we call in series, that would actually double the voltage. So I'd end up with 18 volts, which is obviously I don't want, because that would blow the device. So I need to run them both in parallel into one single cable, and that will give me double ampage, same voltage. What's good about this as well, it also has a USB out, which means I can have a charging point for my M-Wave Chocolate if needs be, even though it's got a built-in battery. It's also got switchable to 12 volts. So I'm actually using a 12 volt converter to USB 5 volt. On a future video, I'll show you, because it's not arrived yet, the actual USB plug I'm going to be fitting to this board, which basically it's a USB socket on the back, which that means I can actually plug in external devices if I need to charge them, say like my in-ear monitors if I'm using them, or my guitar wireless system. I can actually charge it just on the outside of the board, or just at the side here. Also, it's got multiple USB outs. I can actually send a signal up to my iPad if I need to keep the iPad on charge. So an excellent device with a single kettle lead IEC cable. So you can see I can run one power cable to the front, and then I've got one audio cable and one power cable to my board for everything. Audio cable routing card overview. Okay, you can see an audio cable overview of the setup. I've got my microphone here, acoustic guitar, a Veilton GP200 multi-effects, which my electric guitar is going to go into. So let's see for now. The green, these are XLR balanced cable, so obviously from the microphone it's going balanced. And from the acoustic, this yellow is just a standard audio cable guitar lead. So this is going into a DI box, which is going to convert it into a balanced signal. And then you've got the balanced XLRs out from the GP200 left and right. So these are all going into this 4-channel audio cable extender. This basically just takes the ends of the cables inside, it changes them, so it basically soldered onto a female jack socket for an RJ45 network cable. So this then, let's make sure that's straight, this cable here is a Cat6 cable, which a network cable, studio grade, shielded. This has 4 pairs, so you can have 4 audio cables running on one cable, audio channels, sorry, running on one cable. So this will come out of this extender and run into the other end of the extender, which wires them back into 4 XLRs. In this case, you can have them as jack sockets, or so you can different types of audio cable. So I've got 4 XLRs going back out, and it's like a breakout box. So you've got like channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, 4 cables running into the back of the mixer. This obviously will be by the mixer at the back. Obviously my mix and PA is a LD Systems Maui 11 G3 mix, which has it's a PA with a built-in mixer for 4 channels, so they will all run into that. So you can see from the front here, physically you've got one cable running to the back, and from here obviously the actual how these are all going to plug in to the board, that we'll do that and show you in real time in person with the actual devices. But this just shows you a cable layout, so to give you kind of a heads up. Obviously you've got the power cables, which are going to be a different thing altogether, which will be showing how the power system works. Okay, hope that gives you an overview. So this concludes episode 2. It has been a bit long, but I really wanted to go over the details, so if you wanted to do this yourself, you understand the principles of what I'm trying to achieve. In episode 3, we're really going to be diving into the board. We're going to be planning the layout for the top of all the pedals I'm going to be using. We're also going to be planning the underneath, which is the really important part of how we can actually secure the power supply, how we can secure the breakout box, how it's all going to fit. If we have to cut into it, we will be cutting into it. Where the location of the jack sockets, we want them. So we're going to be drilling and fitting them. And yeah, and see if we can get the board up and running to give it a test drive. So that's exciting, isn't it? Thank you for your attention. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And once again, please like and subscribe if this has been useful to you, or if you want to see more content in the future. Also, type below if you want me to add anything, if you have any ideas. I want to learn from you too. This is something I'm developing as I go along. It's a new concept, so I appreciate any input. Bye for now. Want, 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 want.